If you feel like budgeting is only for people who already have money, this video is for you. Maybe you're in your 20s, your income is all over the place, or your expenses feel bigger than your paycheck. You've tried fancy budget apps, complicated spreadsheets, or those perfect aesthetic trackers. And after a week or two, you give up. You're not lazy. Most budgeting advice is just not built for people who are broke, stressed, or already overwhelmed. So in this video, I'm going to give you 2 ultra-simple ways to budget when you don't have much money, don't like numbers, and don't want to live inside a spreadsheet. We'll use plain language, no jargon, and focus on one thing, helping you feel more in control of your money, even if it's not a lot yet. Part 1. Why traditional budgets fail when you're stressed or broke. Let's be honest. Most budget systems assume you have a stable income, a calm brain, and energy to sit down every week and update 20 categories. If you're broke or stressed, you probably have none of those. You might be working variable hours, juggling school and part-time jobs, dealing with surprise bills, or just mentally tired all the time. So you download an app or open a spreadsheet. You set up categories like transportation, entertainment, personal care, and after a few days of real life, the whole thing collapses. The problem isn't you. The problem is that the system is too detailed for your current energy level. When your brain is already overloaded, you need fewer decisions, not more. That's why we're going to shrink budgeting down to the absolute minimum that still works. Part 2. Principle. Your budget is a map, not a prison. Before we get practical, here's a mindset shift that will save you a lot of guilt. A budget is just a map for your money. It's not a prison. It's not a test you pass or fail. You make a guess about what will happen with your money this month. Then real life happens and things change. That doesn't mean the budget is useless. It means you compare the map to reality and adjust for next time. So when something unexpected happens, a medical bill, your hours get cut, your car breaks, you didn't fail the budget, you just got new information. Our goal is not perfection. Our goal is to be less in the dark about what's going on with your money. Part 3. Method 1. The 3-bucket system. No spreadsheet required. Let's start with the 3-bucket system, one of the simplest budgeting methods you can use without a spreadsheet. You divide all your money into just 3 buckets. Needs, things you absolutely must pay to stay alive and functioning. Wants, things that make life enjoyable but are flexible. Future you, savings, debt payments above the minimum, and emergency fund. That's it. 3 buckets. Most budgeting 101 guides for young adults use something like this structure because it's easy to understand and track. Here's how to use it in real life. Step 1. Figure out your real monthly income. Add up what actually hits your account after tax and deductions. Include your main job, side gigs, and any regular money you receive. That total is your 100% for the month. Step 2. List your needs for the month. Needs are things like rent or housing, basic groceries, essential transportation, minimum debt payments, phone and basic utilities, health costs you can't skip. If skipping it would get you evicted, cut off, or seriously hurt your health, it's a need. Add those up. Whatever that total is, it has to be covered first. Step 3. Decide what's left for wants and future you. Take your income, subtract your needs. What's left is split between wants and future you. Traditional advice might say something like, around 50% needs, 30% wants, 20% savings. But that's a guideline, not a law, especially if your rent is high. When you're broke or stressed, your first goal is just cover needs, make sure something goes to future you. Spend the rest on wants without guilt. Even if future you gets just 5 or 10% at first, that's a win. Step 4. Use separate accounts or mental envelopes. To make this dead simple, you can keep needs in your main account, Move your future you money into a separate savings account as soon as you get paid. Then treat everything left in checking as your wants money. Or if you only have one account, you can keep a simple note on your phone. Needs, X left. Wants, Y left. Future me, Z saved. The point is to see roughly where your money is going without tracking every single coffee. Part 4, Method 2, the 1-month money snapshot. The 3-bucket system is great for moving forward, but to the rest of what we should, but if makes it safe then, if it's a Method 2, the 1-month money snapshot. The 3-bucket system is great for moving forward, but if you've never really looked at your spending before, it helps to do a 1-month snapshot first. Think of it like getting your blood test results before starting a new diet. Here's how to do the 1-month snapshot without a spreadsheet. Step 1. For 30 days, write down every expense. For 1 month, or even just one pay period, every time you spend money, write what you bought, how much, and roughly what category it falls into: need, want, or future you. You can use the Notes app on your phone, a simple paper notebook, or just highlight transactions in your banking app at the end of each day. Again, this is not about perfection. If you forget a day, just get back to it the next day. Step 2. Add up your totals at the end of the month. At the end of the month, add up total needs, total wants, total future you. Compare that to your income. You might see something like income, $2,000, needs, $1,200, wants, $700, future you, $100, or maybe future you is 0, and that's okay. Now you know. Step 3. Look for just 2-3 easy adjustments. You do not need to overhaul your entire lifestyle overnight. Ask yourself, is there one need that could be slightly cheaper? Maybe a cheaper phone plan or splitting internet with roommates. Is there one want category that's clearly bigger than you thought, like delivery, ride shares, or random online shopping? Is there one tiny amount you could redirect to future you every month, even $20 or $30? Pick 2 to 3 adjustments that feel realistic, not extreme. Then combine that with the 3-bucket system going forward. Part 5. What if your numbers don't work at all? Sometimes you do the math and realize your needs alone are almost equal to, or even more than, your income. If that's you, budgeting alone won't fix it, and that's not your fault. In that case, your job is to see the problem clearly and start working on income and structure, not just cutting small things. You might need to add a few extra shifts or a side gig short term. Look for higher paying work or a different role. Consider cheaper housing or roommates. See if there are benefits, bursaries, or support programs you're not using. Budgeting is still useful here. It stops the damage from getting worse. But the long-term fix is changing the income versus needs equation, not just deleting Netflix. Part 6. How to budget when you hate numbers. If you hate spreadsheets and math, here are a few tricks. Think in percentages, not exact numbers. For example, roughly 70% to needs, 20% to wants, 10% to future me this month. Use visual cues instead of data. 3 jars or 3 digital pots, needs, wants, future you. Move money between them instead of tracking every line item. Schedule one 15-minute money check-in per week, no more than 15 minutes. You just ask, how much is left in wants? Did future me get anything? Do I need to slow down this week? You don't need to be a spreadsheet person. You just need a simple way to see, am I on track or not? Part 7. Why this works even when you're broke. You might be thinking, if I barely have money, what's the point of budgeting at all? Here's why it still matters. It reduces money anxiety because you're not guessing anymore. It helps you avoid accidentally spending money you actually needed for rent or bills. It shows you clearly when the problem is income not bad discipline, so you can stop blaming yourself and focus on finding solutions. And it lets you start building even the smallest emergency cushion over time. You're not budgeting because you're rich. You're budgeting so that future you has a chance to not always feel broke. Part 8. This week's 7-Day Money Challenge. Let's keep this simple. Here's your 7-day challenge. For the next week, write down every expense, just 1 week. At the end of the week, label each as need, want, or future you. Add them up. Notice which bucket is surprising. Choose one small change for next week, maybe one less delivery order or canceling one subscription, and move that money to future you instead. That's it. No giant spreadsheet, no perfect system, just more awareness and one tiny change. Part 9. Closing. You don't need to become a budgeting expert to change your situation. You just need a simple map for your money, 3 buckets, a 1-month snapshot, and the courage to make small, boring changes consistently. If this helped you feel a little less intimidated by budgeting, comment one thing. Which bucket, needs, wants, or future you, surprised you the most? And if you want more honest, non-preachy videos about money, sleep, psychology, and life skills for your 20s, hit subscribe. New videos every week. Your money doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be a little more intentional than it was last month.